Hey YouTube, this is Comic Hero 77, and back with my second video. Hope you enjoy it. Still working in chronological order. That might change. This is my Amazing Spider-Man collection, which I'm really proud of. So we're going to start here with Amazing Spider-Man number 4. And this is the first appearance of Sandman. And I'm super proud of this book. Happy. Not in high grade at all. I don't have a lot of money, so I always say, jokingly that, I have the best collection for a poor guy. I afford what I can afford, and I'm happy to the comic books that I have. And this, I'm super proud of it. It does have the very famous comic book chipping, from manufacturer. I'm okay with it. This is about a G plus. Super stoked to have this book. Love it. Sandman's one of my favorites of all time. Also another great book. Now this is a special book, not because it's the first appearance of the Enforcers and then it's number 10. And yes, it's by the famous Steve Ditko, so it's number 4. That's not why. The reason why this is a special book is this comic was a gift for Christmas from my gorgeous, beautiful wife. And she totally supports my comic book fascination. And she got this from a local dealer. And I'm so happy that she did. She made me a happy guy. So this is number 10, again, first appearance of Enforcers, and it's about maybe a 5.0. I love it. Condition's pretty solid book. I'm so happy that she got it for me. So I can't wait for Christmas again, and birthdays. She's totally awesome. So this is another Ditko. This is number 32. Steve Ditko is an amazing artist, co-creator of Spider-Man. If you want to see a great documentary on Steve Ditko, it's called The Search for Steve Ditko. He's one of these artists that just, doesn't care for the limelight at all. He just loved creating comic books, and he came up with the Spider-Man design and one of the most recognizable costumes of all time. So this is number 32. Love it. It's got a scuff mark somewhere here, right here, but still a solid grade with VG. I love it. It's great. This is another Ditko. It's got tanning. Not the highest grade. It's like a VG as well. I bought it for like a VG fine. It possibly could taper towards that direction, but I think it, my opinion, probably a VG plus. This is the last Steve Ditko. This is number 38. Great cover, just classic Steve Ditko. Yeah, love it. So for my first video, I made the statement that my favorite artists, comic artists, and just artists in general. Like, I think when it comes to art, I said before last video that that I'm an artist, and your influences can be anywhere. And John Romita Sr. Now, he's great. I know there was a lot of Spider-Man fans. This is the first John Romita Sr. taking over the title, number 39. And what a way to, take over with a cover like this. Just an outstanding cover. I think this is a 5.0, my opinion. Just a really solid copy. And this is the first time Romita had started the title. There was a lot of fans who were not happy, and and that's normal. Used to an artist who helped create this character, and It's amazing. And then you get someone different. And what I like is that, John Romita Sr. brought his illustrator background to the series and to comics, and I love that. I just love his work. I do have 49s in a CGC slab. We're just going to go with just the raw books today, and this is number 42. And this is the first appearance that they show Mary Jane's face. Last panel, great panel, very famous, where she's standing at a doorway and she's like, "You just hit the jackpot, Tiger," or something like that. "Hey, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot," something like that. But very famous. This is number 42. Love this book. One of my favorites. Doesn't get a lot of credit as the villain, I don't think. First appearance of the Shocker, number 46. Another Romita. Romita did he did like Spider-Man for like 40 years or something like that, professionally. It still continues to do work from here and here, nits and bits in there. Number 47, great Kraven the Hunter. I'm proud of my collection because I try to get at least like finds and above, 6.0s and above, and a lot of them are, above 6.0s. A lot of them are 6.0s. I got a few VGs, 4.0s, but mostly they're 6.0s or higher, and I love that. I'm glad I can get them. eBay's a wonderment, really great. It's number 47 of Kraven. This is great, especially the new Daredevil series that came out. I was managed to get this, not a high grade at all. This is like 3.5. This is probably a good /VG. Maybe on a good day, depending who's graded this book, maybe a VG minus. But this is the first appearance of Kingpin. I love this cover. Great classic cover. It's got some nicks here, some color breaking, got a little nick, pieceless, slight piece missing over at the spine where the staple is. But I just love this book. I'm glad to have it. Number 51. Back in the day when people, ordered comics or they purchased comics from a newsstand or a store, one of the famous things they would do as kids, back in the 60s and 70s. Some people do it today, definitely not as much. But they used to fold their comics, and it would create this prescription crease, which you can kind of see. I don't know if you can see it right there. Yeah, you can see it a little bit in the video. It goes all the way down, and that was really famous. It's about a VG plus. Solid though, I like it. You have to kind of really look at the line, description line, number 51 right there. Second Kingpin. It's number 56. Great Spider-Man Doc Ock. Really love this one. Solid still. Just picked this up today, actually. Probably a fine plus, in my opinion. Might be a fine. Classic Kazar cover with Spider-Man. And really cool. It's number 57. Number 58. John Jameson. Big fan of 59. I'm a big fan of Mary Jane Watson. Do love Gwen Stacy as well. Big fan of Mary Jane Watson. It's about a fine, solid, really cool book. this is the first appearance of Mary Jane on a cover. So I'm super stoked to have that. Great Kingpin. You know, in an interview with John Romita Sr., glad to have this set because, you know, especially to John Romita's, you know, the Romita run. I have a lot of, almost all of them, when it comes to like from 39 to 100. You know, I'm missing a few, but I have a lot of them. And he said that he's probably most famous for creating the Kingpin. And, you know, he wanted to create a character who was huge, but it wasn't so much fat, but it was muscle under there, and he could still kick some butt. So, hard to collect all black cover. You can see things real easily, but there are a couple of stress marks there, but really nothing, you know, a little stress mark in the corner, but nothing really major here. Stress mark down there, but solid copy all around. 61, first appearance of, or I would say, yeah, first appearance of Gwen Stacy on a cover. So first time she's on a cover. So this one's a great, love this one too. Got a stamp. Check real carefully right there. You see that? There's a stamp, which is normal. This is number 65. Very cool cover. Another Romita. Number 66. My wife loves Mysterio. And so when she first saw this, she thought this was a really great cover. She used to watch the cartoons, and so she would go ape. She'd go ape for this cover. So really solid copy. I love this copy. Number 66. Number 70, 67. 67. This is a high grade, super high grade. I think this is an 80, 85. I really like this book right here. Another Mysterio, part of the same story arc. This is number 68. Solid copy. Got some stress lines there, but, you know, what a great cover. Crisis on Campus. One of the ingenious things that I thought was ingenious was that Stanley used to relate real life, you know, problems or real life situation in comics. You know, I thought that was cool. You know, so I thought that was really great. And then we have number 69. And I can't stress enough how just great these Kingpin comics and stuff. I mean, look at him. He's just got, you know, Spider-Man by the arm there, one hand, you know, crushing his arm. So, yeah, solid copy. Very few things that are, you know, there are some things wrong with this. There's a couple of stress lines on the spine, but nothing really major. Backs are solid. So yeah, so this is my second video. I hope you guys like this one. I have some more. I'm gonna, you know, third video will be continuation with the Amazing Spider-Man. So I hope you all enjoyed the last video, this video. Thank you very much. Hope you get some likes, some positive comments. Appreciate it.